What's good, family? What's good, YouTube? Hit you back with another one, man. I had to revise this video, man. It was kind of janky, and I apologize about that. But we're gonna get to this topic, man. And this is a very influential brother who was prominent during the civil rights eras. In my personal opinion, who definitely moved the black race forward. And I go by the name of No Face the Rambler. And I appreciate you for tuning in and just kicking back with me, so we can exchange jewels and gain knowledge as we grow with each other. The individual that I'm speaking about, who I pay homage to, man, who is definitely a great, prominent, revolutionary figure who doesn't really get the respect that he deserves, whose name and actions that he took to fight for liberty, justice, freedom, and equality for all, and particularly black people, he's just kind of funneled away, and it's almost as if erased from history books. I'm talking about the late great Dr. Huey P. Newton. Rest in peace. Salute to you. And my revolutionary fight for freedom. I pledge to do any and everything I can to have your spirit within me, because you was definitely that guy. The reason Dr. Huey P. Newton was intriguing and fascinating to me, and not to take nothing from the other prominent civil rights fighters or activists during the late 60s, such as the beloved Dr. Martin Luther King, rest in peace, the beloved Malcolm X, Malik Shabazz, rest in peace, the beloved Stokely Carmichael, H. Rap Brown, and Bobby Seale herself, and also George Jackson, rest in peace. However, the late great Dr. Huey P. Newton stood out to me in my mind. Even as a child, I was fascinated by this man who displayed an excellent form of gangsterism all across the ball. I mean, I just gotta give respect when respect is due. He's a street dude who educated himself not only to who he was and what he was about, but he also educated himself scholastically by getting degrees. And at the same time, he could tell you about law. He can break down capitalism to you, and he can kill you with his bare hands. And to me, that's awesome. Because up until that point, all the other activists were either preaching for peace in the 60s, or in the 60s they were more or less talking shit. And when I say talking shit, I'm not taking anything from the brother Malcolm X, rest in peace, because the brother words, Malcolm X words, definitely influenced Huey P. Newton to take action. But Dr. Huey P. Newton took it up another notch. He took it up another notch. And Dr. Huey P. Newton's story begins in Louisiana. And as a child, his family fleeing the racial division and the racial turmoil that they suffered from the South, They flee to Oakland, California in search for a better life, and only ran to find the Northwest racism that plagued them down south, plaguing the Northwest. So it really wasn't too much of a change. Instead of white hoods running through the neighborhoods on a horseback or riding through the neighborhoods in cars, the white hoods and white robes were thrown in for police hats, police badges, police uniforms, baton sticks, and multiple guns. And Huey P. Newton became of age at that time. Yes, like many other youth, he was prone to street activities as far as gambling, fighting, drinking, smoking, you know, all that good shit that comes with the streets. However, in his late teens, he's seen a bigger picture. He's seen what was going on in his community, and he decided that enough is enough, and he's going to do something about it. And he aligned himself with Bobby Seale, and they formed a wonderful, inspirational, magnificent army of what we know today as the Black Panther Party for self-defense, where they took matters into their own hands, where they armed themselves legally under California state statutes of law. And Huey P. Newton, being the Minister of Defense, not just talking, but partaking in leading the way of running up on cops with a shotgun in hand and a law book in another, and telling the cops to their face what they're allowed to do and what they're not going to do. And if they think they're going to do that, then it's going to be a problem. Wow. Wow. That's just total admiration for that brother. And Huey P. Newton proved it to the point that he was so serious for his fight for freedom, his fight for liberty, justice, and equality for all, and particularly black people, that he was pulled over one night by an officer, told to get out the car. A fight ensued. Huey retrieved the gun from the officer's waistband and killed the officer in self-defense. How gangster is that? Not only did he kill the officer in self-defense, but he beat the case. He beat the case because, along with Huey P. Newton's gangsterism, his physical capabilities to handle his opponent in any kind of way, he also had etiquette, speaking skills. He also had good friendships with political and prominent entertainers of the 60s in that day that aligned themselves with him and roll with him. Wow. And it makes me ask myself, because I always wondered, did the FBI and CIA, did they revere Huey P. Newton? Did they fear Huey P. Newton? Or were they in awe of Huey P. Newton, as I am to this day? Because through my research, besides Huey P. Newton being roughed up in jail by police officers, there was really never no assassination attempts made on his life. And I believe the reason that is because I believe the FBI and the CIA, they knew if they would have assassinated Huey, they would have made him a martyr. Especially in the late 60s and early 70s. Huey P. Newton would have definitely been a martyr. He was just that gangster. And they knew that. So they couldn't pull a Fred Hampton, Mark Clark, rest in peace. They couldn't pull a Fred Hampton or Mark Clark on Huey. Wouldn't work. They couldn't do a Bobby Hutton, rest in peace. A Bobby Hutton on Huey P. Newton. Because it wouldn't work. Because he'd be a martyr. And I believe if Huey P. Newton was assassinated at that point in time, not only would he have been a martyr, but America probably would have never recovered. The America we know now today will probably be totally different. And I think that's the complex issue that the FBI and CIA had with Huey P. Newton. So they strategized with him. And we all know that once Huey was released from beating the case of the cop he killed, his ego overtook his mission. He was infiltrated, but he himself never had an assassination attempt made on him. And I believe wholeheartedly is because they knew that he would have been a martyr. Because Huey P. Newton was a big fucking deal. I mean, I've ran across sources that enlightened me that the Black Panthers had bars in Oakland that Huey P. Newton used to frequent. And detectives in plain clothes would drop by to go in there and spy. And it was on record and told that, stated that Huey P. Newton would casually walk over to these detectives sitting at the bar, pull a revolver out, put it to the detective's gut, and tell him, hey, I know you're a detective. I know you're a pig. This is a Panther bar. And if I was you, I'd get the fuck out of here ASAP. Now that's gangster on every level, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just, can't even fathom that. I mean, very few, man. Very few have the heart to do that. And Huey P. Newton was one of them. And individuals like Huey P. Newton birthed ideas to George Jackson and various other brothers. Huey P. Newton was definitely a big deal. And I mean, you know, that's my observation, man. That's how I see things, man, when it comes to the brother Dr. Huey P. Newton. May rest in peace, man. You know, I mean, to me, man, the guy was just righteous all across the board, man. His untimely demise was pretty fucked up, man, in the long run. But the foundation and the path that he laid for individuals who want to walk in that path was fucking awesome, man. That's the definition, truly, of an individual who lives by the law of give me liberty or give me death. And I can never ever dishonor Huey P. Newton's name because he was that big of a deal. Straight up. Hey man, this is No Face the Rambler. I had to revise this and touch this up, but I had to make this dedication to this brother Huey P. Newton. I thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you for lending me your ear on this hour. What is time of the day, so to speak. But you know what it is, man. If you like what you're listening to, hit that subscribe button, and please hit that like for that view. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum up. It's 2017 to 2018. It's pro love or no love, and that's how we rocking. Huey P. Newton, rest in peace. Revolutionary wave.